Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Sound like you know. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Yeah. Stars born. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Sound like you know. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Derrick Henry, you may remember last year against Houston in the season finale, 211 yards rushing. One of only 2 200-yard games in the NFL last year. And not only that, but that game won him the rushing title because Nick Chubb was the leader, but he struggled in the final week against the Bengals. And then up from behind came Henry. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
At the 39-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the counter, it's Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Makes it 3rd and
throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Brian Anger in.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Texans scoop it past the 20.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
Tannehill on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And the Titans.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Running from the gun with Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, here's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Number 25, Duke.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see it's 4th down.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down.
Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Johnson
on the tackle. It was Dane Cruikshank.
He was taken down at the 20.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Room here to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st down, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Now a first down throw, Watson. That is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Watson on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
10 more yards.
It's another 10 yards on that one, and another first down.
First down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On second down, Johnson. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Watson.
Nice job understanding the situation. Third and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
.35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Khalif Raymond now. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They set up the screen for Henry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the stop. It's a pickup of 3.
They go to Johnson again.
And 7.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier. Devon Godcho on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, defense.
On first down, it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 53, Mike. Hey, tight.
To throw again. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Check 43.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
First down, Tennessee.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the return will stop right around the 25. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Watson now, operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. Stills the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On first down, it's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A carry here for the big tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
First and 10.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 44, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson, throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They'll run on first down. Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Johnson on the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's him set. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, someone got man.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Derrick Henry, the Titan.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Derrick Henry.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Now a first down throw. Tannehill going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a game.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A toss left. Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's third down.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. And they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Urban with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Titans, 17.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,